For our first respondent, we have Jessalyn Buhia, a first year from BS Ed Math. So we have here 4 lexical items. She classified women as human, adult, female. For the man, human, adult, and male. For the trans woman, we have human, adult, and male. For the trans man, human, adult, female. For her justification, she said here, in my view, I consider a trans woman as male because they cannot have a uterus and cannot biologically reproduce as a female. I also consider a trans man as female because they cannot produce sperm like biological male. Therefore, I classify them in the male and female categories based on biological characteristics.
So our second respondent is Marvet Molly Brigole, Aba L3 Disassure. We have 4 lexical items: woman, man, trans woman, and trans man. He classified woman as human, adult, and female. He classified man as human, adult, and male. And trans woman, human, adult, and male. Then trans man, human, adult, and female.
And his justification, if the perspective is put on being biological, then I could say that trans men and women are female and male. If we consider their transformation, be it sex, change, or gender transfer, then we can say that trans woman is a woman and trans man is a man. It depends on the context of the topic, mainly biological or transformation.
So our respondent 3, her name is Angelica Pahayahan. Her degree program is a first year BSIT, and we have here 4 lexical items, and she classified a woman as a human, adult, female, and wrong in male. And in man, she classified a man as a human, adult, not female, and check male. Then she also classified trans woman as a human, adult, but not female, and also she classified it also as a male. And for the trans man, she classified it as a human, an adult, a female, but not male. So for her justification, she said that akong gi-check ang human ug adult kay tanan sila tao ug adult. Ang woman kay female ug dili male, ug ang man kay male ug dili female. Akong gi-ex ang trans woman sa female ug trans man sa male kay ga-base ko sa biological sex. Bisag unsa pa ang ilang gender identity, like babae sila sa pananaw, sa uban, or laki, mas mo consider ko sa ilang original sex sa ilang pagkatao. And recorded na siya sa NSO. Kung bae or laki kang gianak, bae or laki jud ka. Cause mao man jud na sa ilang pagkatao.
So for the questions, number 1, briefly discuss and interpret your findings. So based on the data that we have gathered through series of interviews, all their answers is the same on how they define these terms. Even though they are from different courses, every respondents choose to categorize trans woman and man based on birth biology rather than personal identity. They focused on physical traits like reproductive organs to decide if someone is male or female. This shows that for these 3 students, the meaning of these words is tied strictly to nature and physical facts rather than how a person lives or identifies socially.
Now moving on to question number 2, to what extent does competential analysis capture the full meaning of lexical items and where does it fail? Competential analysis is a great tool for breaking words down into simple yes or no pieces like plus human or minus adult. It makes it very easy to see the basic differences between similar words at a glance.
However, it fails when it comes to complex human topics because it only uses binary checkboxes. It cannot capture the deep social, emotional, or cultural meanings that words carry. It is good for simple labels, but it is too rigid to explain the gray areas of modern life and identity.
Now for the last question, And the question is meaning inherent in the words themselves, or is it constructed through social, cultural, and linguistic oppositions? Well, meaning is not simply inherent to words like a permanent label. Instead, it is largely constructed through our social, cultural, and linguistic views. It means that the word's definition is not fixed on the words itself, but it is also created on how they view, compare, and contrast it with other words. The meaning of the word is built by the context and the values of the people who are using it. As our society evolves, people's view on gender and identity evolves, and so does how they define the words, proving that language is dynamic, that it changes by time and shaped by human interaction rather than a set of unchangeable rules. To sum it all up,
so for the answer that we have given, all the three of our respondents answered trans woman as a man and trans man as a woman. And the reference for their answer is through birth biology. And componential analysis failed to capture the gray areas of modern life and identity.
Yes, exactly. And meaning isn't simply inherent like a permanent label. Instead, it is largely constructed to our social, cultural, and linguistic views.
And that would be all. Thank you.